What's good, Kinfolk Nation? It's your boy Screwface Capone in the house. You're tuned into another edition of Screwface's Toy Shelf, where I take a look at some gaming-related merchandise, usually a plug-and-play system or something else. We unbox it and we take a look at what's inside it. Today's edition, we're going to take a look at the Namco Museum Mini Player from MyArcade. Y'all know I'm a sucker for these retro machines, and Namco, no doubt, if you're into gaming, then that's a name that's familiar to you. They're one of the biggest third-party publishers in the business. They stretch back decades. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Tekken, Soul Edge, the Naruto games, the more recent Dragon Ball games. If you're into gaming, then at least at one point in your life or another, then you've played a Namco game. They're as much of a household name as, say, Capcom or Konami, or even Nintendo. So anyway, if you've been strolling around at Target, no doubt you've seen one of these. This is the MyArcade Mini Player, and what that does is have several different games built into it, similar to the Days Classics one, which I did like over a couple years ago, and I keep showing off. See, here it is. So yeah, MyArcade is one of those companies that like specialize in retro stuff. A couple weeks ago I did the Bases Loaded Mini Player. That's this bad boy right here. And of course you can see all these videos in the playlist below. Will's Screwface's Toy Shelf. So what this is, it's got 20 games built into the device. So there's a pretty decent selection. You got Splatterhouse, you got Pac-Man. You got stuff like Rolling Thunder, the Tower of Duraga, Xevious. Seems like every few years, like Namco puts out one of these new Namco Museum compilations with selection of their games. When this first came out, it was like $129, which I felt was a bit too expensive. If you go online to Target's website, then you'll find out it dropped it down to $70. I still think that's a bit expensive, but I think it's a little bit more manageable if you're into these kinds of things. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking. We're going to go ahead and open this bad boy up. Okay, here we go. There's some tape on the side, so I got my little box cutter here. We just slice that off. Slice that off. I think this is one of those like things where it's a slip cover, where you cut the thing off and then you go in and it'll actually show you what's inside. Alright, so I think that's it. Just going to go ahead and slip this bad boy off. Okay, I thought it was, but it's actually tucked into here. That's fine. I don't want to rip this up too much, and here we go. Open this up. Open this up. It's got the big white box inside. Let's turn this bad boy over and see if we can shake it out. Alright. There's that. There's a big white box. Open this up and boom. So here's the USB. Here's the US. It's not a USB, but I bet you can use a USB cord with it. It's got a micro USB charger at the end. It's the AC adapter to it. Here is the instruction booklet, the user guide. It's pretty thick, but it's probably got like all this stuff in different languages. It's kind of sloppy packaging. So you take this bad boy out. Here's a little decal inside too. It does kind of look a bit sloppy. I don't know if this was on here, or if it just came off, or Maybe I'll just stick it on here, but I'll just put it back on like this. So you got this screen. You can peel that back. That's off of there. I think it's another one on the bottom here. Where is there? Okay, maybe not. Here's what the front looks like, and here's what the back looks like. So here's the Data East one. They're standing side by side. So as you can see, they're roughly the same size. That's to be expected, pretty much. The colors on the Namco one are a bit more colorful, and there's a bit more, and the sides are a bit different too. So you got like listed games on here and stuff. There's Rolling Thunder. And here's the headphone jack and volume controls up here as well. So it's really set up the same way. And like one thing you can do, you can also unscrew the joystick right here. And it'll just feel just like the a gamepad. So there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and turn it on and adjust the camera so we can get a better view at it. Alright, so here is the unit, and as you can see, I got a little close-up view. I know my desk is a mess right now, but it's a necessary evil. This is a pretty good view on it so far. So I'm actually plugged this up to my micro USB cord. That's my power cord. One thing I noticed when I plugged it in, you'll hopefully see in a second, is that marquee lights up for a brief second. So that's cool. I don't think the East one does that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So here's that little coin counter. I press that. You see that lights up. So with the Data East one, that's like horizontal. This is more vertical, obviously, because you got like Pac-Man on here and stuff. I'm trying to tone down the brightness a little bit. You know, it's not exactly stellar quality, but hey, it's better than what it is. At least you can see it. Let's take a look at Felios. You either stretch it or you can do original, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to stretch it to full screen. If you got the space, you might as well use it. Still, I think like if this is going to be a plug-and-play device, then the screen should just automatically be the best quality for it without having to like... Well, I take that back because you got like several different games on here. So there's that. Let's insert coin. Wow, this thing is choppy as fuck. And this joystick, I don't know about it. I'm going to screw it off and use the gamepad. So it's a little bit choppy here. Yeah, you'd think a machine released in 2021 should be able to optimize the quality of these games. Because I actually had this for that Legends flashback thing I did a few years back. It's a Japanese version too. I'm gonna go ahead and try something else. Or was just that game or just that? Let's try Splatterhouse. Let's give it original this time to see what it looks like. Probably wouldn't look as good if it was stretched off vertical. Wow, this is choppy too. It's less choppier than Filios was, but okay, maybe not that choppy. Maybe it was just me. I'm gonna try something else. Pac-Man to the New Adventures. Let's do Dragon Spirit. I'll upscale this too. Okay, this isn't so bad. So these joypad controls feel a bit stiff. I already suck at these games. I just enjoy playing them though. Okay, so I get a decent job emulating that. Let's do Pac-Man. Yeah, if you're having issues like emulating a game from 2 or 3 decades ago, then yeah, I don't know. Sound quality's pretty good though. At least it's a decent version of Pac-Man. Thinking, I guess these controls kind of would help, like, so you can make those little turns and stuff. Ah, we'll do one more game. I think for once I'd like to see one of these Namco Museum things feature something like, say, Ridge Racer. This is Rolling Thunder 2 or 3? It's Rolling Thunder 3. Because notice it only came out on Genesis, I believe. Dread. This looks weird, like stretched out to full screen. At least they got the gameplay down. It's actually a mix of arcade and console and Genesis games. Instead of like strictly arcade. At least this does a pretty good job of its emulation. Alright, so that was the Namco Museum MyArcade MyArcade mini player. So we'll back out for some final thoughts. So this was the Namco Museum MyArcade mini arcade player. There's one more thing I want to show you guys, like as soon as it boots up. So anyway, as you saw, like some of the games had emulation issues, and I think that if a device released in 2020 or 2021 has issues playing games from 2 or 3 decades ago, you might want to go back and do a little review. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is if you hit this little button, the coin button, there's this little shutdown sequence. So there, that's just that. But I wouldn't recommend. Obviously, I would not buy this thing at its original $130 price. I think even at its $70 price point, it's still a bit too high. Especially like considering the quality of the emulation, and obviously there are other. And obviously, if you're interested in these types of games, then there are other devices out there. Most notably, the Legends Flashback and the Legends Gamer Pro, and even the Namco Museum compilations that are on like Switch, PS4, Xbox One. I would recommend checking those out. If you're like hardcore into these gaming devices. But I think if you know like somebody who's more casual and you got the money to burn, then this will make a great gift. Like if they work from home like I do, then you probably set this on your desk and you can just go over and play it like for a few minutes whenever you want to take a break and chill out for a bit. Like I said, the sound quality is good, but the control pad does kind of feel a bit stiff. Obviously, it works for Pac-Man, but for some of the other games, it might not be that good of a fit. It's over 20. As far as this lineup is concerned, it's got a good variety of stuff. But again, Namco tends to come out with these like every so often. So yeah, well, I wouldn't outright recommend it at its current price point. Like I would wait if you're interested in it, I would like wait till it drops to something like I don't know, $40 or $30 or whatever. But anyway, that was the Namco Museum MyArcade. I hope you enjoyed what you just watched. It's probably going to be my last toy shelf for the foreseeable future. Obviously, it's not going to be the last one I'll do because if I come across something in the wild, obviously I'll unbox that and show you guys. But I know there are a few other things coming out in the near future that I'm probably going to pick up, so I'll do one then. But unless I see something in the wild, probably not gonna go out my way to like do one of these. But that's okay, because I'm still doing 2 videos each week, or at least trying to. And I also got a new segment that's debuting pretty soon. So you want to check that out. Again, hit that like button if you like what you just watched. Comment, let me know what you think. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you'll be the first to be notified when I put out new videos. I know a lot of people don't like me saying that, but I'm a small channel, so that helps me out. Plus, you get to be the first to watch these videos when I put them out. Anyway, that wraps it up for this edition of Will's Toy Shelf, Screwface's Toy Shelf, and I'm Audi 51000G, kinfolk. Almost forgot to say that.